Hello everyone, welcome to another stream and the Just Draw It live drawing. I'm just plugging everything, my microphone and putting the camera and take the perfect shot from here. I think everything is nice and ready, and it's a beautiful view, isn't it? So I'm just waiting a little bit before I start. Oh, I think I got the calendar messed up. I put this stream actually starting at 11:30, but I put London time instead of Italian time. And that's why I think in the stream it says at 12:30 local time. So I think instead of starting now, the video meant to start in an hour from now. But anyway, I'm here in Omegna, and I'm ready to stream another episode of Just Draw It. And I hope you can see everything now. It's a bit weird. Let me put a little bit on top. Yeah, that's a nice view, actually. And we'll tweak my camera a little bit to point towards that direction. So, welcome everybody, and welcome to another Just Draw It live. And today I'm in Omegna. This is my hometown. It's where I grew up and spent the majority part of my childhood. And I have a lot of memory in this lake behind me, and it's beautiful, although today it's not sunny as I hoped, but maybe it's just behind the clouds, and at some point it will turn out. So I came here to do some other things, but I thought to share you another drawing while I'm here and drawing this beautiful place. And I want to share you as well my hometown and tell you a little bit more about how I grew up, where I went for education, and yeah, what I learned from this place. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of where we are. So we are in Omegna. This city is on the lake Orta, which is a small lake near Milan. Actually, it's 100 kilometers from the city center of Milan, and is a small lake, part of a larger lake district. And I will show you a little bit more details in the description below. But before going on, if you like these live streams and these drawings I'm doing, let me know in the comments below, and also put a like and show some love to the bell button as well. And also consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can see more videos like this in the future. And also support me on Patreon, where I've got many more exclusive contents and additional videos there. And also next month I'm gonna do, actually this month, I'm gonna do a challenge in Japan. So if I got enough support on Patreon, if I reach 100 patrons in there, I will consider to stay there more and find more times to record and document all my journey in the beautiful Japan. So support me on Patreon and check my Patreon page. I will leave everything in the description below, and also I will you can find the link in my Instagram as well. So that's been said, let's carry on with the description, a little bit of where I am. So as I said, this is Omegna. It's a beautiful little town on the lake Orta. It's a small lake in the Lake District, northern part of Milan. So if you don't know where to go, if you explore Milan already, consider to visit the northern part of Milan. It's beautiful. It's full of lakes, beautiful sceneries like this. And look, so we are at the beginning of the lake, and it's all surrounded by mountains. And these lake sceneries, I spent probably 15 years of my life in here. I know every inch of this lake, pretty much. And I used to swim in here. I love swimming in the lake, actually, more than in the sea, because it's so quiet, and I love the beautiful reflection that is cast of the mountains around. So I highly recommend you to have like a maybe day trip and visit Omegna or Stresa, Orta. It's all beautiful cities around this lake district, and it's all connected together very well with roads. So if you rent like a car or something, you can really go around quite easily. So yeah, this is a little background. I studied in this city as well. Is where I grew up, and I had my first education in art. My art school is actually over there. So in front of me there is like a lot of building. Let me show you here. Behind that building, that is my art school. Here I spent 5 years actually. I wish it's 5 days. I spent 5 years in here and studied art, and I really felt in love about this place because I approached to art and managed to somehow catch the beauty in my early drawings. I'm a bit shy to show you all the drawings I did because they are not nice. But maybe one day, if you guys requested to, if you want to know more about what I did before all the stuff I posted on Instagram, maybe I can share something on YouTube. They are not nice, but they are the first steps towards the style I'm using now. So every little steps is a little bit part of the bigger picture, let's say. And at the end of this session, I will read through some of your comments, some of your questions that you submitted on Instagram. And if you have more questions, let me know in the chat here on YouTube as well. I will read through during my drawing as well. So I will wait at the end, or maybe during the drawing process, to answer some of your questions. But again, thank you so much for watching my previous version, my previous streams as well. And thank you for watching this one. And I hope this series of Just Draw It will be longer and cover more places I'm gonna visit. So without further ado, let's start today's drawing, which is I chose already the scenery. I want to show you what I'm gonna draw. So I just give you a little bit of description of where we are. So this city is all Omegna. This is the little town I grew up. It has all the restaurants, all the bars, all the supermarkets, all the discos that I've been. Actually, the discos is over there. That is like a little disco. I used to come here and during the high school, like everyone in the town, because it's not really much going on here, to be honest. After being here, I moved to Milan to attend the University of Architecture. But I always remember this place because it's so beautiful, and I built up all my memories in here. And there is a little carousel actually over there, this little pavilion with a horse, with the fake horses around. This has been around for at least like 40 years or something. And it's always been like this, in this same place, under that tree. And yeah, I think this collects a lot of memories I have. And I used to spend a lot of time with my friends along this lakeside, and just enjoying the view, and chatting and having snacks. So yeah, this is really the place I grew up sitting on that lake shore over there. And I think I'm gonna draw this in today's drawing. I wanted to draw maybe that's the scenery of the city as well, but I think that pavilion over there, that little carousel, is the thing I want to capture in today's drawings. So without further ado, let's sit here. So I've already prepared my backpack with the album I'm going to use with the paper. So I'm not going to use my stool for today's drawing. I'm going to sit on the bench. I know this bench very well. I've been sitting here multiple times in the past. So I will be sitting here today as well, following the tradition. And fun enough, during the art school, the art high school, I've been here already, and I drew some watercolors in the past. So in this very spot, I've got these watercolor pages in my album at home, but I'm too shy to show you today. But I'm gonna instead draw a watercolor of that carousel and a little bit of the landscape around, to see if I ever maybe improved a little bit from like maybe 20 years ago. And I'm still learning the process of drawing watercolor with my ink drawing, but today I want to test what I've learned so far, and I'm going to show you in live for the first time in my life. It's the first time in my life that I'm showing watercolor in live to someone. So I hope everything will be okay, and yeah, wish me luck. So let me set up this thingy. So let me set up my album. So today I'm drawing on a watercolor page. So I've cut this already. This is a piece of Fabriano watercolor page with 300 grams per square meters. So it's a quite thick page. With watercolor, you want to use a very thick page if you want to allow the water to be absorbed properly on the page, and also not to let it bend too much, because when the watercolor the paper absorb the watercolor, the color will bend the page. The water will make all sorts of wavy, make this paper wavy, and potentially unsuitable to draw and present as well. So yeah, I'm gonna use this page, and I'm gonna mount on my album. So let me tweak the page down. So I'm gonna draw on this one. Maybe the camera is still a bit too high. So here we go. I think this is a perfect angle. So I'm drawing the scenery in front of me and I'm having my microphone plugged. So everyone, hope you can hear me all right. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, ask me and I will answer at the end of this session. So, and also let me know where you watching from. Let me know if you can see and hear all right. This is Omegna again, my hometown. So I'm about to start the live drawing of the little carousel in front of, on the other side of the lake, actually. So I'm gonna point again to where I am. So maybe is, yeah, so it's basically there. So it's that carousel over there. On the other side of the lake. It's very beautiful. I will turn the camera up every now and then so you can see my progress as well. But at the moment I'm tilting the camera down to show you my materials, the materials I'm gonna use. So yeah, again, I'm using a 300 GMS watercolor page from Fabriano. And it's a cold pressed paper, so it has a little bit of texture on top and is white colored, slightly warmer tone of gray, I would say. And I'm putting on the top of my watercolor album here. So let me grab my pen as well. Let me all know where you're watching from. I'm curious to see who is with me in this journey back to my hometown. Oh, here, I just wanted to show you some of my watercolor work so far. I was testing some watercolors and some landscape watercolor with scenery from Japan. You can see more of this in my Patreon page. So go to my Patreon page and consider to support my ongoing projects. Yeah, a lot of picture from Fuji, drawing from Fuji, and I hope to catch this one as well. As I said, I didn't draw in watercolor much since I left the art school actually. And in this very spot, I've done few other watercolor tests when I was in school, in art school. I did 5 years of art school. That teaches me a lot of techniques about how to draw with different medium. So since then, I didn't really draw much in watercolor. So this time I'm coming back and test what I've learned so far and see if it's changed a little bit. So let's tackle the materials now. So I've got, as usual, my case, my leather case with different fountain pens. So I'm still using fountain pens, and I want to use a medium nib fountain pens. This one is from the Good Blue. The Good Blue you can check on Cold Pens website or on the website, on the Instagram page of the Good Blue. So check in the link below or on my other posts where I put the link. So this fountain pen has a medium nib, and it's made of steel, and I loaded it with a carbon ink which is waterproof. So the reason I'm using this is because I want to start with a base drawing with ink pen, and then I'm gonna go over with the watercolor, and at the end I'm gonna go back again with the ink and fountain pens and add details that I want to add in case I lost anything. So yeah, this is the process. I'm using my waterbrush, Pentel waterbrush, later on for the watercolor here, but I'm gonna use this at the end. I'm gonna show you later on what is the watercolor sets I'm using. So let's start with the base drawing, and as usual, let me know if you have any questions, and if you like these stream videos I'm doing of the drawing I'm making. Let me know in the comments below and show some love to the like and bell buttons, and also consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a good way to support artists, just by liking and subscribing to their social platforms. So I want to draw in landscape because I want to catch a little bit of the lake as well. So since the lake is horizontal, yeah, I want to keep the horizontality of it. Let's start by drawing the horizon line. And I want to have the lake in the lower third of the page. And I want then to fix, oh, of course, I'm drawing straight in ink, but you are free to draw in a pencil first if you're not 100% sure about going straight in ink. So I want to draw the carousel. I want to put the carousel on this part. So I'm drawing with dotted line first. And actually the line of the horizon, it's almost like on the parapet of the railing on the river, on the lake side, on the walk path. So yeah, I want to put the carousel as a subject, so I'm gonna draw very quickly all the basic shapes of the carousel. I don't want to go into too much detail, as later on after the watercolor I will add more information with the fountain pen. I'm curious as well if any of you viewers had my same story. So basically I grew up in here, but I wasn't born in this place. So I was born in China, and then I came here long time ago, and then yeah, my family basically chose this place and we all been here. Then I got my education, I went to school here, I learned my Italian and everything in here. So do you have had an experience like this, where you weren't born in that place, but you were raised in that place, in your hometown? Because my my very like original hometown would be in China, and that place I haven't been there for a long time, so I'm not even sure if the thing I used to remember, I remember is still there. And I don't think, probably like more than 2/3 of stuff has been already like destroyed and changed somehow. So I want really to draw this little tree as well. Well, it's not little, it's huge actually. So I want to put the extension of this tree above, and I really want to draw these trees behind. So these are pines behind. And there are some trunks in here. So at this stage, I really want just to put all the elements in place without too much detail. And yeah, this is the staircase to the lake. I can actually, until today, I'm still having dreams about this place. And sometimes I just dream like swimming in this lake, because occasionally there are some swans as well. Today is quite cloudy, so I guess the swans are just still sleeping maybe. But on a sunny day, I really have like vivid memories of like really white swan that is swimming in this lake. And sometimes I have these dreams where I'm swimming with them. And actually, fun enough, in this lake many years ago, I got bit by swans, and I realized they are not nice when they are biting. They are really like, their bites hurts a lot. And yeah, when you're feeding them with biscuits, stuff like that, and you really want to be careful because their bite is quite painful. So I'm putting all these elements here. There is a mooring, there is a little dock. So I drew that dock, this like mooring, multiple times, because yeah, when I was studying in the art school, I had to like do exercises of watercolor, and the assignment was like to draw the landscape on the lake. And drawing water is very difficult. I remember I couldn't get that right. It's so difficult because it's moving, and it's the shading and the reflection is so complicated at the time. Well, now I've got more knowledge, and I've got a technique that I personally developed through times to tackle the reflection of the lake. But still, it is very difficult to draw in watercolor, because watercolor is like scary for me, because you cannot have a complete control of the stroke and how the color expands as well. yeah, let me know if you are a watercolor artist, or have you learned your own way to draw water? Yeah, water is among the scariest things to draw for me. But yeah, we think I somehow managed to assimilate a way to draw lakes, but in watercolor I'm still unsure. So today is a challenge for me, and to see if I've learned something that is useful. And I'm doing a watercolor painting in a very unconventional way, because I'm using fountain pens first to draw the base, because I really want to somehow connect the watercolor back to my style, which started with drawing in ink. So I really want to show and somehow develop a technique that is somehow merging both of the style. Okay, I think I've done the base. I don't want to put more details. So yeah, this will be the reflection here. There will be other buildings on this lake, but I will leave them as a basic shape for now. It's pretty silent as well in this city. Well, apart of this motorbike behind me, but it's a very quiet place. It's hidden as well from the normal touristic spots, because it's in the past Omegna, the name of this city, was a industrial city. So if you know Alessi, which is a factory that produces coffee machine, spoons, or anything basically with stainless steel techniques, like pans, bowls, glasses, stainless steel glasses actually. It's very famous, and the hometown of Alessi is Omegna, is in here, and they have a huge factory long time ago. Now the center of the manufacturing is being moved to China or elsewhere. So now they are not being produced anymore in here. And also Bialetti, which is another famous brand that produce coffee machines, Mocha, the classical Italian coffee machine. They are not in here anymore. But they used to have their headquarters in here. I think they still have the headquarters in here. It's just the production has been moved somewhere else. So I want to draw some people as well in here. Maybe on the other side. We'll add some more details to the tree. I'm gonna actually add all the details first, since this is a waterproof ink, so you can add any details you want and the water won't wash that away. And also, before you go to watercolor, always remember to let the ink dry. Even though it's a watercolor ink, it's always better to wait maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Actually, 5 minutes should be enough in this case. And let the ink dry. So I just want to add some hue at the moment. So with watercolor, you know where to add values later on. I can always add more details later. So there are some landscape, like there is a little hill behind, but I will leave everything in the foreground, in the background, to the watercolor, because in this way you can create the depth with different layering of ink. Okay. I will let this dry a little bit, and you can see the view in here. So yeah, I'm basically drawing that scenery in there, that spot, and I've just completed my first base in ink, and then I'm gonna now do a little bit of ink, like watercolor with watercolor washing technique, like wet on wet, using brushes. So in the meanwhile, I'm waiting the first ink base to dry. I will show you my little watercolor set. So let me tilt back again to my drawing. So this is a little watercolor set that I always bring with me, and it's so tiny and has this little pouch, this little I think it's faux leather, but it is so tiny that you can keep this in your pocket as well. And I brought this from Cast Art, and inside I've got like the standard palette of color, but I consider I put some other customized color as well in here. For example, you can use this slot and just squeeze the tube color I bought with personalized color, like this, like very bright lemon yellow and some ultramarine blue like here, and some Prussian blue and turquoise ink in here. So it's like very flexible. You can really create your own palettes using this little case. It is very nice. It's very suitable for people that want to draw on the go like me. And also I bought a like a pen set from Skoda. So these are the set of portable pen in here. So you can really plug this and post on the back of the pen, and becomes like a full-size brush. And it's very, very easy to hold, and it feels like a normal brush. So sometimes I use this type of brush as well, together with the Pentel Waterbrush in here. You see? So here is the set of watercolor. So the only downside of this pen is that you will need some water in order to be used. While with this water brush, the water is already in, so it's ready to go. You just have to squeeze a little bit water out, and then put the brush in the color, and then put the color on the paper. So you can really maximize your space in the backpack with these tools. Sorry, I was looking for this one as well in my backpack. So this is another tool that I got from Hahnehmule, and this is a little glass, like a foldable container for water, and it's very, very easy when you want to travel around. So you can unfold and become like a disc. You can bring this anywhere you want with you, and it comes with a very handy cap. So yeah, it can be watertight. So sometimes I use this to travel around. So you can use this with the standard type of brushes. So actually I need to get some water. I will leave here, so it's still drying a little bit. So I will go to get some water to draw. I will put you back, and I'll be back in a minute. And here we go. I got the water. So I think it's pretty much dried. Oh, let me put my microphone on. Now I'm mic'd. So, oh, let's start. I think it's a bit dry. Now it's dried enough. Yeah, maybe still a bit wet in here. So the waterproof ink can still be wet after like 2 or 3 minutes. It looks like dry, but when you put the water on, it will not be. It will like smudge a little bit. So a good way to test is like go over with water on your watercolor, sorry, on your ink, and yeah, now it seems pretty dry. It doesn't smudge, so it is a good signal that you can go over with the wash. So I want to keep I will keep my watercolor in here. And I will use my brush, this one for now, and we see if it works. So I want to draw, so I want to start from the top to the bottom. So hope you can see it. So I'm gonna add some water in the pan and in the tray, and I want to start to draw a little bit of the sky. Normally I will put some tape around, but actually with this one I just want to go loosely and following roughly the edge of where you want to be. So I want to put some blue color. Oh, damn it. It's already, I put too much color in here. I've got a piece of paper next to me, so I can try the color, and also have some tissues with you. Got my color here, so When I'm drawing around, I have another color as well, another brush pen in here. So this brush pen has clean water. So I've got two. One is with color and one is with clean water. So with clean water, I'm gonna draw the base for the water because I want to use the water on wet technique. So I want to draw the wet base first with clean water and then go over with the color, so the color will expand. So let me go and create more color here and get everything ready, because when you putting the wet color on paper, it will dry very quickly. So let me grab some ultramarine. So today is quite gloomy, so there is a little bit of warm color here as well. I will put a little bit of yellow and it's a bit gloomy. It's kind of this color here. So now I'm gonna go over with the brush. Make all these parts wet. And then I want to go over with the blue color of the sky. You can change every now and then some colors to give some accent, a variation to the sky. Because it's a bit gray, so just wanted to add some hints of here. And then when it's dry, just leave everything there. Never change, never draw over, because that will ruin the ink wash. It's nice when the color expands. And I will leave just everything in there. As well. So I've got some more color, so I will keep ink washing them. So it's key to have the base wet when you can. And then keep adding the color. Oh, a duck. Hello, 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 sir. There is a duck. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted. Watercolor is all about timing, and I can't really allow myself to get distracted. So. And then I've got some green as well, so I want to carry on with the green. So I want to make everything quite wet, so I will use the base here, and And then I want to mix this blue with a little bit of green. And oh my god, angry. And then I will put some red in. A little bit of yellow. So the secret of watercolor is like always mixing different tones in order not using the color straight from the pan. So when you're mixing with tone of blue and red and yellow, it will become more neutral. So I've got this series of mountain in here on the background. So I want to just add some hint of the mountain. And then there is some red for the houses. But try. There is some red roof in here. There are some red roof around. And some yellow as well. Let me put some roof. There are some roofs here. And here as well. And then let's put some yellow again to change the tone. There are some bright yellow. So there are some architectural details in here that you can add while the base is still wet. So and then I want to keep I want to keep all these parts quite bright. So let me add some water in the back. Here I'm just adding more values. Let's add some color on the tree here. Can add some darker area. Some blue. And some sienna as well. Because here I can hint to a little bit of the trees in here, since it is quite dried already. So here I want to really be careful about carving this pavilion out with darker tone of green. And so I want to use this little brush to really express these green trees behind, and take this chance to have darker area around my carousel. Oh, now the sun is coming out, so it's much brighter. So yeah, let's see how this is coming out. Guys, this is the first time I'm streaming in live using watercolor, so I'm not gonna have any idea to how this will come out, but I hope for the best. Watercolor is different from ink, but I'm really enjoying it, trying different type of techniques and mix up with the ink drawing that I already have. So I'm gonna wet this a little bit more. And I'm gonna apply some more variation of greens. So this is wet, all here is wet. I want to have the same green somehow. And So I want to use some brown color. Maybe adding some blue. To draw this tree here. There is still something wet on top, but I like when the top is mixed up with the sky, so I'm gonna keep this going on. Gonna keep adding more blue because I want to have some tones that is in line with the sky. Here it's almost like going to black. So I'm gonna put some darker color in here, but I don't need to put too many darker lines because I will use my phantom pen again later on to highlight those darker spots. But for now I just want to keep adding some details with the watercolor.
Facendo gli alberelli. Che bravo. E guarda piccione che fa nanna. Vedi che fa nanna, amore? Ecco qua. Sta facendo nanna. Ma non riesco a vedere stare.
So okay, here I think I've done enough in here. I just want to, maybe I will add later some details on the facade of the building. So Let me clean the water on the brush a little bit. And let's add some brown color to the facade of the buildings. So I just want to add some hint to the building in here. I'm gonna wash a little bit. And I want to put some hint to the darker mountains on the back, so they are almost like a blue color. I think I need to clean a little bit of the palettes. All right, so let's put some blue. And some green, some blue again, and some red, some blue, and we're gonna put some hint to the mountains behind. gonna carve this out, carve the shape of the roof out, and then
Si piccione.
and then I want to just keep working on the background. So I want to turn this more into blue. And oh, another duck. Hello. Do you want to join my drawing session? Do you want to drawing? Do you want to draw? Do you want me to draw you? Yeah? That's so cute. So let's add in some details in the background. And let's wash a little bit. So there are some higher mountain here. I will add a little bit yellow in here because it's closer. Oh, this duck has just stayed in front of me. Just keep staying, keep walking in front of me. That's quite interesting. It's almost like a part of the family now. So I want to add some more colors inside. Some hue of yellow as well. Let's add a little bit hue of yellow here. Then there are some windows in here as well. There was some blue tone and ultramarine tone. So I will put some hint of them. Some are darker, I will add them later. And red as well. And I'm gonna add some vivid color to some bright oranges in here. And I want to add some red color in here for the carousel. Okay, I think I will add more things later. Let me do the water first. Now is the scary thing. Let me add some Prussian color. And some washed down ink in here. I really want to have a liquid lake in here. So I want to give a base, very liquid base, and so it's gonna kind of like the color of the sky. It's quite dark here, and okay. I missed some yellow. Okay, I think it's not perfect, but it's probably, I don't want to touch too much. It's not perfect, but I think I hope to tone this up a little bit when I'm using the ink pen. So it's really important now to highlight those areas, like darker areas, to increase the hue. So I want to increase the reflection a little bit by adding some shadow, and then I want to highlight these areas which is darker. So Okay, I think I can add some lines to the water. Okay, let's add some. Oh, let's add some details later with when it's dried. So it's kind of the basic drawings in here. So I need some more time to let it dry. So I'm gonna take a break, and if you have any question, let me know. It's been very long, this series. Watercolors is something that I started to do. So, well, it's not started. I learned a lot in the art school, but like when you're drawing on site, it's always a challenge. So, but I hope this one will turn out well if I add some line work later on. So let's let it dry a little bit. I'm taking a break, so I'm putting this back to the scenery so you can see how beautiful it is. Wow, have you seen before? There were some birds flying together on the lake, and look at that line in there. It's so beautiful. It's the line of the reflection of the water in the horizon, and that split the scenery in two parts. It's almost like a fake, but it's real. It's a real reflection. Would you like to come here for holidays? I highly recommend. It's a beautiful part of Italy. And now I'm gonna complete this drawing a bit with some ink lines. So let's go back to the pen. This is the Good Blue fountain pen loaded with waterproof carbon ink. So I want to add some details to the carousel first. So I'm adding some very broad line for the mullion with the back of the nib. Don't be too precise, and just adding some details. Then adding some colors in here. I really want to highlight the underside of the roof. And when I'm drawing after the watercolor, I like to just follow the shape of the color more than the reality of what it is, to highlight some of the elements that can be combined with the watercolor. So I want to highlight this big tree here. Can add this little hatch to make the trunk darker, and then all the underside of these trees can be darker as well. Here I had really the chance to enhance the contrast by adding shadows underneath the tree where it needed. So in here I want to focus on these three elements: the tree, the carousel, and a little bit of the river, sorry, the lake side, the walk path. So these are the elements, the key elements that I want to highlight. So for the rest I will leave quite loose. people walking here. I will add some color to the people later on, but now I want to highlight again these shaded parts. And all these little elements in the foreground. And I want to add some detail to the mooring here. Tree here. The pines. I want to add all the texture underneath all the branches to suggest the looking of the pine. Doesn't need to be perfect, as long as they suggest what they are. And everything in the background, I just want to leave it quite loose. I don't want to add too many details to the house as well in here. But I want to add some more trees in here to create this effect of depth. So if I add more details to the house, the risk will be that the house will take the scene and will take the subject away from the attention. And here I want to add some branches, the little branches here. to add a little bit of definition on the top of this tree. And I want to add more definition to the branches, make it darker essentially. Then I just want to add final touches by adding some white color. So I want to add some white value to the lake, to adding more reflection, and a little bit on the top of mountain as well, to add that more level of crispness. So I will do this by adding some gouache color. So yeah, this is so far what it is at the moment, and I will add some gouache color. This is unfortunate. I don't have the white color with me today. I didn't bring that. Oh my god. So yeah, I don't think I can do that. But let me try if I can dilute the watercolor white. Sometime it will be the same. Otherwise, I will complete this process at home. But before going into that, let's add some lines in the water as well. And I want to add some birds as well, and I will add some ducks in here. And some birds on top. And then I will put the signature with the name as well. So this is Omegna. hometown. Well, I haven't been here for a while actually, and I apologize if I didn't speak too much because I was super stressed about with the watercolor. It's so difficult to talk when you are doing watercolor. It's so stressful. I think it's just a matter of getting used to it. I've got a fine liner, I think. I would use the fine liner here to do all the intermediate hatch because it is thinner. This is from Micron, from Pigma. It's actually a 0.2. Omegna. And I will put Lago d'Orta, which means Orta Lake. And today is the 8th. And by the way, happy International Women's Days. And today is the 8th of March. Zero 23. Lot of three. And yeah, it's the International Women's Day. It's the same in Italy as well, the 3rd of March. And I wish all you to have all the success and to be successful and be lucky this year. Okay, I think this is the view, so let me show you. I don't think I want, maybe I will put a frame, actually, a little frame in here. That could work, so let me put a little frame around, even though the color is going out, but it's fine. Sometimes I like this feeling of roughness. It doesn't need to be all perfect. Yeah, I will keep this part quite loose. And this is it. This is my drawing of the day. It's a bit rough, but I think overall I quite like it, how it's certainly getting better than the one I did many years ago. I will show you that one as well. Let me put the camera in front. Oh my god. Oh, I apologize. I just realized I've spoken half of the video with the microphone on the floor. So I apologize for that. But now I'm gonna flip the camera back, or I'm gonna stand in there. But now this is my drawing of the day. Here it is. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoy these watercolor sessions. This is my first watercolor live drawing sessions of my hometown, and this is the drawing, and this is the scenery. And I'm gonna flip my camera back. Oops. Here we go. That's my drawing, and where is it? The carousel is over there. That is the view here. Well, I'm really happy about that I managed to complete a live drawing sessions with a watercolor, because this is my first time doing this. So I was a bit nervous, so I didn't talk too much, and I extended the time too long. And actually now it's like 2 hours into the live stream, and I think I'm gonna move the Q&A to another day because I need to go for lunch. But I will put this in on my Instagram very soon. So let me know if you enjoy this drawing and this live session. Let me know in the comments below, and consider to put a like and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also support my Patreon page by going to my page and becoming my patron. You can always access to additional tutorial videos and exclusive contents. And also you can support my upcoming bigger drawing projects, which is the one in Japan. And if I reach 100 supporters by the 15th of March, I will stay more time there and do more videos and document the whole trip in Japan. So thank you for you guys that are supporting already, and I will do more video. I'm uploading more videos in my Patreons, on my tutorials, with tutorials of drawing architectural elements and perspective as well. Yeah, but for now, this is my sketch, and I will see you in the next one. Always remember to follow your passions and keep doing what you love. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.